Howdy, howdy. Well, you know, I'm here.
Yeah, I know the feeling. But yeah, hey, before I hit the broadcast button, you were asking me, what I know about this game, and literally nothing. Okay, like I have not played it at all. I've
Right.
never actually. This is my first time even being on the title screen. You asked me what kind of game it is. Well, all I can tell you is that it looked like my kind of game based on when you go and look at it on the PlayStation Store and you see the little preview. It looked like my kind of game, but it's been so long since I downloaded it now that I honestly, I downloaded it like practically the day it came out. I honestly don't really remember much about it now. So this is going to be like a true first time reaction. But it's a
Right.
Star Trek game. I mean, like we're going to love it, I'm sure. There's been, Star Trek has a reputation for not, having a lot of good games, but hey, we got Jen in the chat. Mwahaha. Yeah, you caught us live. You just caught us. We just started. So, I guess let me take a peek here. I always like to take a look at settings just to see what's there before I start a game.
Right.
Let's see, subtitles. Do you want the subtitles on? I should leave those on, yeah?
Wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, okay. Language English, brightness. Well, I'll come back to brightness if we have to. Master volume, music volume. We'll turn down the music volume just a little bit. We'll turn the effects volume all the way up. Voice volume, controller. Well, that's not customizable, so tricorder, ranged attack, pause, swap character. Interesting.
Yeah, the subtitles are going to be really good for me.
What'd you say?
I said the subtitles are going to be really good for me.
Ah, good. Okay.
Well, I had to turn my speaker down, so I'm not hearing myself in my own ear. It's kind of...
Well, you're coming through crystal clear on this end, and there's no echo or anything, so...
Yeah, okay. Well, it's overlapping for me because I'm hearing you and then like 3 or 4 seconds, which is great. We don't have a bad delay like we did the last game.
Last time with like 10, 12 seconds, that was rough.
Yeah, so I've got to turn down low enough. So hopefully I can still hear the game well enough, but...
And Milftastic votes for subtitles as well, so we'll leave those subtitles on. There's no option for continue because I've never played the game before, so let's kick it off.
All right, let's jump in.
She says you sound perfect. I guess I'm just chopped liver.
oh, she meant me. Oh, well, I was like, yeah. Well, we already know you're the king, dude. So she's got to toot my horn. You're the resident fleet voice, man. Come on.
Our mission now, to rack up good deeds, to find and help alien civilizations, and hope Starfleet will turn a blind eye to us borrowing. All right, stealing one of their ships when we return
Laugh at
star to them. Our sensors have picked up
Jen's
strange
comments.
readings from a star in the nearby system. Sounds to me like a good place to start.
Captain, scans reveal the sun is a G-type yellow dwarf, similar to Earth's, only far older.
A Dyson sphere?
By what I can only assume is some kind of Dyson sphere.
Interesting. And that means what, exactly?
A Dyson sphere turns the sun into a giant power station for any nearby planets.
Curious. Sensors show no organic life signs on any of the system's 3 worlds.
So who built that thing?
These readings cannot be right. That Dyson sphere is extracting enough energy to power 10,000 planets.
Wow, that's a lot of planets.
Why the sun is showing such rapid degeneration. At the current rate, I calculate the star's energy supplies will run out within 72 hours, at which point it will supernova. It is already...
A supernova in 72 hours. Love a counting clock. In case you couldn't tell, I was being sarcastic.
No, I don't know anything about that.
What just happened?
All primary systems.
Even the food replicator?
Seriously?
What? Jacob Hogg thinks better when he eats.
Did you watch Star Trek Prodigy? I never thought to ask you.
No, I never got the chance to watch it.
Oh man, you missed out. It was really good.
We're not losing the protostar. Janeway, beam the crew to the planet's surface. Quinn and I'll stay behind. See if we can't land this hunk of metal manually.
The transporters are still recalibrating. It could be dangerous.
How are you liking this artwork? I'm not sure how I feel about these this cinematic design choice, I guess you could say.
Well, I don't mind it so far.
Oh, Jen says she loves
wait
the
to see
comic
what's
book
about to
feel.
happen.
I mean, it's okay. I'm
Yeah.
not sure how I feel about it, to be honest with you. It's not what I was expecting, so it's just throwing me for a loop a little bit.
Yeah. But there really hasn't been a game yet, right? But this is just story. You're not interacting
Yeah,
at all.
no, I'm not
Okay.
doing anything yet. We're just watching.
I think
5 seconds. Captain, you must leave now.
just a little more. Now!
We's a question?
All right. So, is there actually sound to the game yet?
Yeah, no, there's been sound this whole time. It's just highly subdued because we're on
Okay.
chat, I guess.
Well, like I
Rifle
said, the
projectile deals damage to all enemies in its
compensate.
path. Loading complete. Press any button to continue. I thought it still said loading. I wasn't paying attention to that.
Whew. That was too close.
I had it under control.
Sure, Dal. If by under control you mean got lucky.
Speaking of luck, we need more than a spoonful to find our crew before this Sunstar supernovas.
We're not gonna find them standing around here. Ready?
Let's go.
Okay. So I'm thinking that this is gonna be like kind of a puzzle solving game.
I'll take it from
Let's swap
here.
characters. Melee attack. Okay. Oh, okay. Interesting. I wonder if I'm gonna collect anything out of that.
Not
Oh, I
even
am
the
collecting.
ones have minerals like these. We can collect them. They might be useful.
Right. I got a little counter up there on the top left. I got 124. Uh-huh. Oh, neat. Okay. Okay, so my phasers are gonna overheat. Oh. Okay. So, does that mean I'm about to be in combat? Oh.
The protostar. It's still in one piece.
For now, we need a way to get down there.
Right. Okay. Okay. So we got a dash. Okay. Ah.
So
Towards-
more
yeah,
action or adventure-y, like.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
That's
Okay.
not a
So
bad
there is no
thing.
jump, as far as I can tell. Hmm.
Oh.
Oh, approach the wall, use X to climb. Okay. So that's good to know. Huh. Nope, can't do anything there. Looks like you could peek over there. Hey. Oh, look, a cute little, highly marketable creature.
Without a transporter, we'll need to find another way up.
Punnies.
Space bunnies.
Oh, collect punnies to unlock rewards. That's fun.
Oh, punnies. Okay.
Okay. What? I can't climb that? Come on. Yeah. Oh, it's telling me to jump down there.
Watchers! But it can't be.
What are the bully bots from Tars Lamora doing here?
The diviner. He must have found us.
But your father is dead.
Or maybe not. I survived seeing Zero in neutral. Even if I lost my mind.
Probably deadly like sweet little Moopsie. Moopsie!
I hope you're right, Dal.
If your father is alive, we cannot let his evil bot steal the protostar, or we're all dead.
We need to run before they see us.
Okay. Is this the way I came? Yeah, it is the way I came from. Okay. Just getting a feel for the controls and everything, you know.
Right.
Wait a minute, didn't I come across this already? I think I should go this way.
I'm so
I'm gonna
lost.
stop and collect all of them. Whoops.
What do you gain by picking it up? I can't.
At the top left of the screen, there's a counter that says 242. I guess those are those crystals that I'm picking up. Hey, there's the Moopsie. Or the bunny. Whatever. Okay.
Crystals.
Alright, what do I do now? So this is back where I came from. And that's the way I just went, right? So I guess I do need to go this way.
Looks like some kind of sentient portal. I thought this planet was
Oh, great, Ascension Portal. Love those.
It doesn't resemble Watcher tech, or I'd say they built it.
These inscriptions. So much for staying out of sight.
Change of plan.
Sorry, I was checking the chat. Those Watcher Scorpions from Star Trek Online, is it not?
Yeah, it is.
That's what I thought.
Those Watchers are history.
Ranged Watchers, yeah. That's what I thought. Oh, geez, that thing over there is making more of them. How do we shut this thing down?
Dash and dodge the claws, you won't take damage. Okay. Crud, I let it overheat, didn't I?
The Watcher's ship. I've never seen.
Nothing here.
Oh, she's got some kind of sword.
The sooner we find our crew and get off this planet.
Yeah, she's got like this like programmable matter that she just wears it as a bracelet most of the time, but whenever she wants to, she can turn it into a weapon.
Neat.
These sockets seem to be connected to the doors.
Okay, the power cube generates power. You don't say. Plug a power cube into a socket to power up the cables. Unplug the power cube to stop powering up the cables. You don't say. Okay, sounds straightforward enough. So, maybe put it over here then. Interesting.
Okay.
A tunnel. But what's on the up?
Let's hope it's a tunnel. Come on.
This architecture is incredible. Advanced technology fused into stone?
Yeah, incredible stone technology. I was thinking that too, Gwen.
An intellectual being or society built this tunnel. This was their home planet, so
The Watchers. What happened to them?
they were conquered and then enslaved.
This just got serious.
Oh. Oh, that's what those are. Save points. Okay. Alright, so... Oh, I guess he has to stay there and hold it, and I have to switch to her. Come in here and grab the block.
I'll take it from here.
Okay, so... There we go. Alright.
Attack!
Yeah, that's what you get when you mess with us.
Yeah, I already figured out the health bar system. That's pretty common. Well, Tiberius, I'm not sure. I mean, this is my kind of game, I think. I'm definitely going to enjoy playing it, but I'm not sure it's, you know, is this fun to watch? Like, some games just aren't, and I'm not sure if this is one of them.
Well, it's very action oriented. It's not a bad game, but I'm waiting to see the story. So
yeah, that's definitely what I'm more interested in.
Well, I mean, this is probably one that would be more fun to play than actually watch. Not that this isn't fun. I mean, like I said, I don't know anything about Prodigy or the characters or anything that they're doing. So
yeah, I know.
That's enough to make me interested, though. I mean, it's Star Trek. Why wouldn't I be interested? But this is I think this is a first. I don't think I've ever seen an action adventure hack and slash Star Trek game.
Yeah, this is definitely different.
So you keep
I don't think
tallying
I've
those
ever played
crystals. That's
anything
what I
quite
want to
like
see.
this, but I've experienced enough games that I kind of see what I'm supposed to do here. Looks like you need both characters here to do this puzzle. And he can't come over there. So maybe he has to run around. Oh, See that? You can only use the other character on that console. And not the other character that's with me now, one of the other characters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So does that give it replay value maybe, or is it something you might come back to, I wonder?
Let's get this done.
Watch and
Oops.
learn.
So, what am I supposed to do here? Oh, so...
Time to show you how it's done.
Okay, so see, now I cleared off that ledge up there, so now we can both climb up here.
Ah.
I'll take point.
Switch to
Ta-da!
hermit. There we
Time
go.
to show you how it's done.
Did I skip so? I think I skipped over something back there, but oh well. Kind of just trying to. I mean, this game may have some replay value too.
Yeah, the mechanics seem slightly familiar. I just can't. I
Right.
can't place it right now.
Thanks to my textbook landing.
And which textbook would that be?
The one called Don't Question Me, Gwen.
Okay, Chief. Can you get the protostar now, or do you want to keep congratulating yourself?
I'm done.
Hey now, we got Greg in the chat. All right, so recapping here. So the camera's kind of like, I got limited range, like I can kind of manipulate the camera just a little bit, but you see,
Right.
as far as I can move it there, that's as far as it goes in any direction. So it's one of those camera styles where it just kind of like does what it wants to do. Did you notice when I ran down this long path, it went to like that cool like behind view, but then as soon as I came back over here, I don't know, I'm just showing you. Let's keep going. Just talking about the game, you know, trying to keep it interesting.
It is fun to look at, though. I kind of like the art design. But that's, that's me with most games nowadays. I stop long enough to look and see what's around me. Then I'm like, oh, look at that,
Right. Okay, and if we both go down, we'll reappear at the last checkpoint. We can heal each other, though. Okay, good to know. Guess we're getting attacked now. Alright, last time we just had to survive until they stopped coming at us, basically. So I'm assuming... Yeah.
That was the last of them.
Alright. And the door's open.
I'll take point.
Little dude's reaction was
Here's
funny.
another one of those sockets.
Like, yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Wait. Why did it say that? It said, oh, because here, okay. You can't target that stuff up there, can you? Nope. Wrong button. Oh, wait.
Follow my lead.
time to show you how it's done.
Oh wait, was that right? I don't think I needed to do that actually, and I forgot to clear that off up there.
Let's get this done.
Captain Dal, ready for action.
Let's get this done.
What's this? Hey. Okay. So we're up to 808 of them things, whatever they are.
Captain Dal, ready for action.
Which way do we go now? Kind of lost track of the path.
Well, it's look at it. It's actually keeping track differently. They both have different amounts. So I wonder if it goes to
right.
like upgrades or something.
Oh, you're right.
Maybe
Yeah,
there's
that's
an
probably it.
Maybe there's a little bit of an RPG element in
This is
this.
where we just came from. That's where we went. Let's see. We got to get through.
Left.
Sure, I'm a little lost now. Which way do we go from here? Can't get
Yeah,
back
jump
through
back
this
off
door.
that ledge and go left.
Yeah, you can't go left there.
No, I'm sorry. Back the other way.
This other ledge.
The ledge you cleared off to crawl up on.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, because that.
And then
you moved the cube to open the other gate, so that has to be the way to go.
Well, yeah, but that just loops back around, doesn't it?
No. Leave the cube there. Go to left.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It seems like that area is a dead end, so I guess this is where we have to go. I thought this was where we came from.
Follow my lead.
Watch and learn.
I think I just got confused. That happens to me a lot.
That's all right. So, well, if you go around a circle a couple of times, it happens.
Now we know what they're using to power the energy barrier.
Some maps are confusing. Some are just plain as day.
Oh, what is that? Well, I know what those are. Time to fight.
They didn't stand a chance.
Range attacks. Okay. Okay, that's good to know. So she's stronger in melee, and he is stronger in ranged attacks.
Okay.
Oh shoot, what happened? I think he's injured. Got a trophy. 3 watchers, 2 phasers. I love it.
Destroyed them all.
So wrong. Okay. Yeah. Oh, you can interact with that. I just didn't get close enough. Alright.
Hadn't been in the right spot.
We did it! Janeway, do you copy?
Janeway, respond.
Uh-oh. No Janeway. There's the protostar.
You sure you put that part back in the right place, Gwen?
We're about to find out. Never thought I'd say this, but I wish Janka were here.
So can you hear it at all?
No, I've got it turned down so I don't have to hear myself every 3 or 4 seconds overlapping.
Gotcha. If I lean in to the TV, I can hear it just barely.
I said I can hear
Why we have
me
such
over
problems
through my
getting
TV, but
I got another trophy, restoring the protostar.
An admirable performance.
Well,
it's weird because it's popping up. I don't see your trophy. It's blurring it out for some reason.
You found are
it blurs it out, or it just doesn't show anything at all.
more
No, it shows there's a pop-up on the screen, but it's like digital looking. Looks like a big smudge.
Captain. You let
It's kind of odd, especially since everything
I was
else
reading
looks
Jen's
fine.
comment. It would be awesome if she'd yell at him in her accent from Orange is the New Black. No, I never watched that. What is this? No, cargo transporters won't work if you step inside the docks. Loading complete. All right.
Oh, hello. Sorry about the lag. I thought we were going to burn up in a big ball of flames. Might I just say, for the record, phew. But hang on. Where's the rest of our crew?
Her Russian accent is crazy. Is that right?
Transporter must have gone haywire after those solar bursts hit us and beamed them who knows where.
If we can get the protostar back into orbit, we can scan the system and find them.
Running a diagnostic of the ship, and it appears the rear anti-grav thrusters are...
Offline.
no. Vanished.
What?
The Watchers must have stolen them and stashed them somewhere.
Come again? The Watchers?
We think the Diviner survived and sent his army of Watchers to get us.
This is grave indeed. Does the Diviner know the protostar is here?
Not yet. Dal and I beat back the first wave. But they're...
Right. Janeway, you work on cloaking the ship so those little rats can't sniff us out. Gwen and I will find our stolen loot.
And, more importantly, our crew.
We've got to move fast, or that supernova will blow us all to the Gamma Quadrant.
Good news. Our sensors are picking up a faint life sign below the surface. Routing coordinates to the transporter now.
Do you think it's one of ours?
One way to know for sure.
Well, I'm assuming this would be a lot more enjoyable for you if you had actually seen Star Trek Prodigy. You'd know what the heck was going on. Alright, wow, this is so cool. The protostar itself, the ship itself, is one of the coolest parts of Star Trek Prodigy. In my opinion.
Sunstar's clock is ticking, cadets.
Clock is ticking. Alright, alright. Oh. Neat. There's a little hologram of Deep Space Nine right there. I guess these are like trophies that we can pick up along the way, probably. Something like that. I don't know what that is. I'm stuck. Get out of the way, Gwen. Okay. So, not to be stupid, but how do I get out of here?
A good crew should never be idle.
Holodeck? Huh. Okay.
A good crew should never be idle.
Oh. Duh. guess we're going here. Go on the mission. Let's do it. Yeah.
Follow your tricorders. They'll lead you to the source of the signal.
Follow your tricorders. I wish they worked like... Oh, okay. It sends a little pulse out that I'm supposed to follow. I didn't see that at first. I actually
So your crystal
don't hate that.
counters reset too.
What's that?
Your crystal counters have reset to 0.
Oh, they have. So it's probably like, have you ever played any of the Lego games where you got a stud
Yeah,
counter that counts
I've
up
got
in
a
each
ton
level?
of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you it's sort of like that.
Okay. It's a little odd that it hasn't popped up yet and tells you what it's for, though.
As usual, Milftastic is doing a fantastic job moderating the chat for us. We appreciate it.
Especially since I'm on a delay at this point by about 5 to 6 seconds, depending. So I don't see the comments until after somebody else has noticed them. So Ninja notices them well before I do.
Usually, I try to keep one eye over there to keep, you know.
Well,
keep
I mean,
watch out.
because I'm watching on the screen like this, it's right there. I can see it, but it's you see it, and then it takes a few seconds before it even pops up for me to see it. So.
I mean, to be fair, I have the somewhat harder job of having to play the game and chat with you and concentrate on that. And like right here, I don't want to screw around and you know, let that text bubble just sit there. I want to clear that off as quick as possible, you know?
Right.
Keep moving. Keep moving. The show must go on. I'm going to go and explore this way, but it looks like we could possibly go up here. I don't know, down or to the right?
Get him!
Oh boy. Ouch.
I'm the wrong person to ask because I usually go the right way the first time, and I end up having to go backwards to collect everything.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
I always hate that about some of these games. I'm like, oh man, I could have. Well, gives it some replay value.
Okay.
Destroyed them all.
Right. So this was a pretty large area right here. Okay, we got a laser there. Yeah, guys, this is my, you know, if you're just joining us, you know, this is our first time playing this, so if anybody has any suggestions or knows anything, you know, wants to point out something obvious, because I'm a little thick sometimes, and I don't always catch on real quick to these games. So, feel free to chime in the chat.
It's fairly linear, I'll be honest with you. You just got to get to where you got to get to.
Yeah.
Prompt the next thing.
No one has noticed us yet.
Not too bad so far.
This planet once had a ton of natural resources. Can you tell us what happened?
According to Memory Alpha, the sudden water loss was caused by
Global warming.
much like on Earth in the 21st century.
Oh, of course, they have to say much like on Earth in the 21st century when temperature rose.
This planet is there are only a few
Oh,
drops
that's
of
funny.
energy left in their sunstar.
It doesn't add up. Why have the Watchers been hoarding so much power?
I mean, it's not funny, but you know what I mean.
What would your father need?
Hey, what do you mean we don't bite? You don't know that.
Okay.
I mean, I've had all my shots, I think, so.
Well, I guess...
Can't make that jump.
No, I It looks like we're about, 5-6 seconds delay.
Yeah. I actually tried backing out a couple of times and coming back to it, and it cleared up a couple of times, but it hadn't gotten me any closer to it, so. Excuse me.
Oh, well, I mean, you know, since you had to bring it up, I mean, I guess I should warn you. I will straight up just bite. Like, you don't have to ask me nice. Just watch out because I'm going to bite. And I pinch. I pinch. Anybody remember those commercials? Freaking crab saying, I pinch.
No.
Or a lobster or something. I don't even remember what the commercials were for. Oh, I overheated.
I haven't watched regular TV long enough in years to see commercials. If there's ads on anything I watch on the internet, I'm backing out and finding something else to do most of the time. Like, I ain't got time for that. I pay for all this shit. So I can't wait to see if are you supposed to be collecting the other. There are more crew members, right? Was it like 5 or 6 characters?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Because I'm wondering if you get to use them too. If they've got different abilities.
At some point, because we already saw a console that can only be used by one of the others.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay.
Seriously, I was gonna say.
So basically, we got a Lego game that there's no building in, and it's Star Trek. So.
Yeah, that's kind of what it seems like. It's very similar.
That's not a bad thing.
The only Lego games I've played are like I said to you the other day, Tiberius, that the Star Wars Complete Saga. But back when the Complete Saga was just the 6 films.
Right. I've got the Skywalker Saga edition. It's pretty freaking amazing.
Yeah, I might have to pick that up.
If you like them, if you like any of those games at all, man, it's definitely worth it. If you like the Star Trek, Star Trek. Of course, you like Star Trek. Playing a Star Trek game, but if you like the Star Wars universe at all, man, I mean, it's definitely worth it. There's a great depth to it compared to the originals. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the original. I had both of them on PS2, you know.
Nice.
But they've enhanced them so much more. It's got more of an open world feel to it, and it's not so linear. You're just jumping from each movie. You know, you do the 6 parts and then go to the next one and whatever. No, it's completely open. You take a ship and you fly to different systems. There's things to do in that system, on the planet and whatever, and you know. All the characters to unlock and everything. I think you'd get a kick out of it. It's definitely worth it.
Sure does look like you can go that way. Well, I picked up and I heard every word that you just said. Yeah, I definitely am thinking about picking that game up. The thing is, it's still like a $60 game, though, isn't it?
Oh, good grief, is it? Well, I got lucky and got it on sale last year. I got it on the Switch, so
yeah,
I don't remember how much it was. But if it hadn't been cheap, I wouldn't have got it. I'll put it to you that way. So.
Maybe I can use my fretwork to get through it.
Really? Really? Okay.
I was always disappointed they didn't make a Star Trek Lego game, but you know. You're never going to see Star Trek and Star Wars set up in the same toy lines ever.
Oh, and look at that. I missed this earlier. I thought you couldn't jump across it, but apparently you can.
Oh no, you couldn't. If it's the one from the original, you must have done something, hit a switch to extend it because
Oh,
it was a
maybe I
lot
did,
shorter than
yeah.
that. Yeah. Hey, what about those blue crystals down there? Can you break those at all, or are they
Where did
just
you see
scenery?
those? Oh. Yeah. Those are the ones you meant, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, back
Yeah.
across the little platform.
Star Trek Lego would have been sick. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly why I thought that when I saw them and you turned around. I was like, oh wait a minute, maybe just go kick it thing or blow it up or punch it or something. See if you get something out of it. And that's not a
See, where am
bad
I
concept
going?
for a Star Trek.
Oh,
game.
we're gonna
Let's
follow
see.
those cables, right?
Yeah.
That would make sense. Except we don't go that way. I guess we want to follow them this way. I guess. I'm not really sure.
There's that.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I think I do know. That's for that bridge. I think what we want to do is we want to carry it up this big ramp back here. Oh, seriously? So I guess because that's shut off. Oh, we need her to come and block this thing.
Captain Dow, ready for action.
There we go. Not so bad. Now, with that lit up, we can probably go up there and do something.
Yep. There we go.
Follow my lead.
I'll take it from here.
Is this a two-player game by chance?
You know, I'm wondering that actually. I didn't
There's a lot.
see. I didn't see. It. It would make sense if it was like two-player co-op, you know, on the couch side by side.
Mm-hmm.
Or I didn't, but I didn't see anything in the menu that jumped out at me. And when I chose new game, it just, you saw what happened. It just dove right in. It didn't ask me if I
Right.
wanted to be two players or whatever.
Janeway, what did Gwen just...
Ignorance is bliss, Dal.
Hey, Gwen. Da-or. Wha?
You just called me a mummy.
But I used Vulcan. Ha! LLAP.
Perhaps you should concentrate on getting that door open.
Yes, yes.
I'll take point.
I'll take it from here.
Well, that's an autosave point right there.
What is this place? Some kind of vault?
Whatever it is, a battle took place here. Look, these walls have scorch marks.
My tricorder is popping off with life signs.
Hopefully they're off the Brickar variety.
Stay alert, crew. Something doesn't feel.
Okay. And I played a Doctor Who game one time called Doctor Who and the Eternity Clock, I think it was called. And the actual gameplay was there was a lot more puzzle solving and a lot less like shooting. But the camera style reminds me, it was a side scroller. But when you would still, it was still 3-dimensional though, because the camera would do like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. What am I even talking about? Let's just keep playing.
Let's do this.
Jeez.
Hot phaser. Hot.
Yeah, I know I overheated my phaser.
Let's do this.
Wow. Okay.
Time to show you how it's done.
Okay. Guess we'll go ahead and collect these. Right. Yeah. Alright, so... what? Can't do anything there. Oh, I missed this whole area over here.
Let's get this done. This mural tells the story of what happened here. Look, those are Watchers.
They invaded and then enslaved the colony in their own homeland.
Then put them to work. Just like us. This isn't a story.
Watchers are brutal, but they're mindless. They take orders.
From the diviner.
Impossible. He couldn't be in two different systems at the same time.
Well, he could if there was some time travel shenanigans involved. Or that's my first thought. You know, he could have been quantum duplicated.
I'll take it from here.
I'm sure there's any number of reasons why we think of that he could have been in two places at once, right? Could have been his mirror universe counterpart.
Pretty sure I was cloned.
Do you feel
I mean, that's
For
the
every time I
ultimate,
was
right?
cloned.
Either you got a long lost twin, or you were cloned, and that melon farmer's running around doing stuff in your name.
Sensors indicate it's extracting large quantities of power from the Dyson sphere.
So these antennas are conduit.
For whatever the Watchers are building, with that much star power, I'm gonna need another cup of coffee. And you two better hustle.
Okay. So we got two areas we need to get access to. This one and that one. And then we got another one to the north.
Ow!
If you want to call that north. I just ran into it. Okay, so... I'll go ahead and grab these.
You know, I'm starting to think you would have fun running around grabbing electric fences all of a sudden. I don't know.
I mean, you know... darn it. Ran right into it. Where'd that electric fence come from? Jumped out of nowhere. That one, that's the type that she can block with her barrier. So what else is over here? Just more crystals. Okay. Okay. So obviously, we're gonna put that one here.
You know, we're still thinking about the Lego stuff. You know, they never did Star Trek stuff with Legos, but Creo or Creon, whatever it was, did them little... They did some neat-looking little ships out of blocks, but the figures were kind of cheesy pie.
It's dead, isn't it? Sorry, what? Keep talking.
Oh, I just realized what you were doing. I'm watching. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine. I realized that one block I set there was actually dead because it's not lit up. So
Oh,
now,
there we go.
okay, so look, we got 2 of the bars turned off over here. So now, what happens if we do this? Oh, that restores all of them. Well, what if I put that over there?
Ah, look at it. They've got different shapes. See? They've got different lines on them. That one's a straight line, and they connect to that. That other one you had, I don't think it was dead. It goes on that corner there.
I see what you're saying. Okay, so what happens if I extend that? What happens if I...
Ouch.
Oh, I want to leave that there and grab this one. So I want to put this one here.
There you go.
I see.
Yeah, and that's going to go on where you just put the other one. Right there.
Set that down. There we go. That didn't work.
Okay, put the other one back on that one.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, see the top of the block's got the shape of where you're placing it. Oh, okay, never mind.
I do realize that. So now I can get through that door back there.
And then it's a puzzle. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so now we got another cube slot. So what we want to do is we want to grab the other unused cube over here, right?
Yeah.
This one?
They have to be.
Yeah, okay. Crimson... Hey, yeah, no, it is a Star Trek. How do you say your name? Crimsonies? Crimsonies. I'm sorry, I'm horrible. Yeah, it's a Star Trek game, Star Trek Prodigy. Aired on Nickelodeon for 2 seasons. Did you check it out, or...?
My tricorder's reading life signs nearby.
My tricorder's reading life signs nearby.
Hang on, guys. We're almost there.
Crimsoness? Right, where are we at here? Another cutscene. You know, this game interrupts for cutscenes like a lot, and I love cutscenes, but I don't like being interrupted constantly. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
give me a good cutscene at the end of the mission. You know? I don't know. Probably complaining about nothing.
I don't know. It kind of fits the mold of what they do with most of these action games nowadays.
I'm reading the comment. I'm a bit of a ST fan, but this art style is wild, even more so than Lower Decks. Yeah, no, I agree. In the Nickelodeon series, it was I think entirely computer generated. I think the show was all like wholly generated by computer or whatever they call that. It's not animated, it's not traditional cartoon style like Lower Decks. Although in today's animation world, I think even those are generated. They're not like animated by hand, frame by frame like they used to be. All right, so where am I going now?
Open fire.
Ah, crud. Oh no, like I don't blame you, man. A lot of people were not even aware of the existence of Star Trek Prodigy. But if you get a chance to check it out, you know, I think they took it off of Paramount Plus, and I don't get out much, so I haven't seen it for sale on DVD or anything. But so right now, as of this moment, I don't know how to watch it. But if you do get a chance, I highly recommend it. It's not just a good show, like Star Trek show. It's a good show, period, in my opinion.
That was the last of them.
I mean, yes, it aired on Nickelodeon. Yes, its target audience was, younger kids, but I've seen plenty of shows whose target audience was younger kids that were really fantastic shows. I might check it out. Something new to watch. I was just caught off guard. My first thought was like, geez, the new Diablo 4 patch is nuts. That's great. Going the right way? Yeah, I must be going the right way.
Star Trek the loading screen. Oh, I mean...
Actually, this is... I think I've wasted more time by not clicking fast enough to get past, text boxes and whatnot. Alright, I will check out that door. Oh, never mind. So I passed an opening there that I could have gone down.
Oh, it's
Only a library.
I love libraries.
Hey, libraries are great. Knowledge is power.
One of these scrolls. Running it through the universal translator.
Remember how your father banned those on Tars Lamora?
He always said.
Yeah. Her dad was a piece of work.
Interesting. According to the translation, it seems the
Okay, so give us a little bit of background. You don't have to explain the entire show, but where does this take place? Because, like I said, I don't know anything about it.
Oh, we got Crimsinus in the chat again saying, I don't have a issue with kid shows if the writing is good. Example, Clone Wars, and Clone Wars, which became more teen-oriented, to be honest. But he says, I have 6 kids, so I'm always on the lookout to sneak more nerd lore into their education. Right on, right on. Yeah. So, backstory. Well, I don't want to spoil too much, but our main characters...
No, I just need a couple of things, because I don't have a clue. These are obviously different races that I'm not used to.
Sure. Well, I'm going to set my controller down for a second then and try to give you the short version. So, in the first, I think it took a whole episode or a couple of episodes, so we met our main characters, and they were all basically... I don't know if they ever really said if it was a penal colony, like they got arrested and were sent there, or if they were just like slaves or what. But yeah, they were not in a good place, and the place was run by what turned out to be Gwyn's dad, which you pieced that together already. Star Wars Rebels was really solid too. He says, "Yeah, no, I am a big Star Wars fan, but I actually haven't watched a lot outside of the main movies." I've watched some of Clone Wars, a few episodes here and there. I've watched the highlights on YouTube, that sort of thing. Sorry, where was I, Tiberius? So we met our main characters. Yeah, they were prisoners. They escaped. They escaped by finding the Protostar. And the Protostar, that was part of a big mystery of the show to begin with, is what the Protostar was doing there. And the Janeway that we're talking to right now, she's a hologram. She's like the... she's not like an emergency command hologram like the Doctor was for a minute, but she's sort of like a holographic.
It's more like a physical representation of the computer.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, and she, just has Janeway's avatar basically. Right. She was based on, Janeway's what do they call that? Psychological profile, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, she's basically Janeway. Andromeda, you know, that's another one I never watched, but I did watch a lot of. I'm a huge Stargate fan. In fact, I almost love Stargate more than Star Trek, but I can't really say that because Star Trek will always be my first love. You know what I mean? But Stargate. What else? I don't know, man. I'm thinking about too many things here. I'm trying to explain this backstory and play the game at the same time. So anyway, long story short, they escape the slaves planet that they were on. They get on this ship, and they sort of spend most of the first season running away from Gwen's dad, who has been chasing them.
Oh, okay.
At one point in time, there was you know what? I don't want to spoil anything. That's all you really need to know.
Okay.
So it feels like this game takes place after season 1. It's been a while. I've only watched Prodigy once, you know. Andromeda was a 90s sci-fi with Kevin Sorbo.
Hercules in space.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I'm aware of Andromeda. I'm sort of familiar with, you know.
Well, it was
general
Gene Roddenberry, right?
Like the screenshots. Stargate was very solid, although SGU. Yeah, I was gonna say, man, we don't talk about SGU. I love Stargate. Like SG1 and Atlantis, I kind of consider them to be kind of all one series. Yeah, I mean technically they're two separate series, but they're blended together so well that when you're watching one, it just feels like an extension of the other. But I own them all. I have them all on DVD. Everything from the original movie all the way up through the end of Stargate Atlantis. By the way, have you checked out the Stargate prequel? It was like a mini-series that you can watch on YouTube. They tried to use it to launch a streaming service, but that didn't work out for them. But anyway, I feel like it's not real. Like, it's a little bit controversial with Stargate fans. Like, some of them love it, some of them hate it and think it had low production value, but I think it's solid. I really liked it. Watched everything. Right on, man. Right on. All right, I'm going to continue on with the game here for a minute.
Perhaps there is something to be said for a simpler way of life.
Yeah, it's a prequel to Stargate SG-1. Some people say that it broke canon, but I totally disagree. I think they did it in a way that made sense. You know, kind of like with the 2009 Star Trek film, they created a new Star Trek universe without destroying the old one. You know, they did it right. But they didn't create a new Stargate universe in this prequel. I'm not saying that. They introduced some things that, like, people are like, oh, well, we shouldn't, you know, how are we not aware of this already? Sort of thing. Well, but it's explained why we're not aware of it already. Just check it out. I don't want to spoil that either for you. I liked it. You judge for yourself. All right, we got 60 hours until this star is going to go supernova.
Whoa. Did you say 60 hours?
Yeah, we said 60 hours.
All time is relative, but in this
All time
case,
is relative.
Run!
All right, running.
Oh my god, I just realized little dude has a fucking rat tail.
Yeah. His species, I guess, is a mystery until a certain point in the series. I'm not going to spoil it, but when you find out where he comes from, you're going to be surprised. Oh, can I interact with something? Yes.
The unwanted into labor camps on Tars Lamora. This
Treadnok and his army annihilated the Nemoans. They were completely defenseless.
Yeah. The progenitors. Yeah, we all come from the progenitors.
I feel I may vomit.
there's no time, Dal. You need to find Rock Zero.
Have you been watching that on what is it? The last season of Star Trek Discovery that is currently airing. I think we get a new episode tomorrow, actually.
No. I haven't watched anything new in like 2 years, man. I don't have the means or the funds most days, and that's fine.
Well, Crimson mentioned the progenitors in the chat, and that's what's going on in Star Trek Discovery right now, and I'm loving it.
I don't know. I was disappointed enough with the last season that I'm in the same boat with it as I was Picard. I'm like, nah, I don't care if I see the end of it or not.
Do I need to go through this door here? Yeah. Jen. We got Jen in the chat saying, it's hard to love him. His purple ass took a long time to grow on me. Yeah. Yeah, well, he was written to be a very unlikable character throughout a good chunk of the first season. They did that on purpose, so that he could have character growth, Crimson is in the chat. I have not watched the newest season of Discovery, but have seen Picard and Strange New Worlds. I'm more or less up to date. Okay. Well, again, not going to spoil it. I guess I already spoiled that the progenitors are a part of the new season of Discovery, so I highly recommend. I'm loving that story. I'm not going to say anything else about it. So I gotta hear, Crimson, I'm trying with your name. I'm trying so hard, dude. I swear, I know what an idiot I sound like. For some reason, my tongue just doesn't want to say it, So I'm just gonna say Crimson, and you're just gonna have to forgive me. I apologize. But I gotta know from another fan, though. I gotta ask, how did you like Star Trek Picard Season 3? Oh, Discovery is kind of annoying. Great concept of the constant shoehorning of identity politics gets kind of old. Don't want to get you guys canceled. Oh, yeah. No, I'm sorry, I'm bad at reading because the way it shows up on the screen, it like cuts off the words in the middle of the words, and you have to carry it on to the next line, and I'm trying to read that. Yeah, but you're absolutely right. That does get old. It's like they're preaching to the choir with Star Trek fans. Like, who do they think they're talking to? Like, we've always been super inclusive and really non-caring when it comes to that kind of stuff. I don't understand it. So I'm with you 100% completely. It just gets old. It's like I don't absolutely hate it, but it just gets old. It's constant. And Jen says, true, it seems like they're trying to end it pretty decent. It seems like they're trying to end it pretty decent. About the final season of Discovery? Yeah. It seems like they're going for a banger of an ending, yeah. Alright, what am I doing here? I got a little distracted talking, and now I'm completely lost about what I'm supposed to be doing.
I don't know, but I really want to pull out one of my older systems and get a damn Lego game going now.
Probably taking this the complete wrong direction.
You know what? I've actually got Lego DC Villains for the PlayStation.
So Crimson says, unpopular opinion, possibly, but I kind of feel like the TNG fan service. I kind of liked the TNG fan service. The end credits music was an absolute banger. Yeah, I mean, Picard Season 3 was crammed so full of fan service. It was like a steady diet of chocolate cake. Like, it was just, there was no real meal there. I wanted the meat and potatoes of Star Trek, not just the fan service,
So they killed you with diabetes.
It was perfectly acceptable. as Steve Shives says, I don't know if you ever watch his YouTube Star Trek videos, but he calls it perfectly acceptable Star Trek, just perfectly standard mediocre. You know, like there was really nothing special about it as far as Picard season 3 goes. It seemed like it was hyped up way more than it really should have been, in my opinion. We got Jen saying, I fully agree with that. At the TNG pandering sucked. It suckered me in. Yeah. Sorry, I cannot read out loud tonight. Fully agree
No,
with
I don't blame
with
you.
that.
I'm sitting
The
here
TNG
looking at it,
pandering
and
suckered
it's
me in,
broken
yeah.
up in such a fashion that I can understand why it's messing with you.
Don't get me wrong,
I'm
I didn't
having-
hate Picard season 3. I just thought it wasn't as great as some people were raving about, you know? Yeah. Morphin Crusher did it for me. Alright, I am completely lost here in the game, though. Which way do I go, Tiberius? Do you have any idea?
No, I have
Honestly,
not
we've been
a clue.
playing
I'm
over
sorry.
an hour. Maybe it's a good time to start thinking about wrapping it up. I mean, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Do you want to keep going? I've walked back and
Well,
forth
you know,
through this hallway.
it's a
this
good time to
distance a couple
stop. I mean,
times now.
we've seen what the game is. I don't see anything that's going to be any more innovative than this.
So you... Oh, wait, here we go. Plop that down right here.
Like I said, not that it's not a neat little game. I want to see a little bit more too. Like I want to see the other characters. I want to see abilities. What happens when you collect those crystals that really looks like a specific plant, not a crystal, but you know.
I think I found something. Or did I just come back to an area I've been to already?
Yeah.
Do we stream other stuff? Yeah. If you look at my channel and just go to the live streams, we've done quite a bit, me and Tiberius and me and some other people. But mostly my channel is all about my Star Trek Online content. I try to take the missions in Star Trek Online and like craft them into a like an episode, you know, like an actual proper, you feel like you're watching an episode.
And that's my favorite
Tiberius
Star
can
Trek.
probably explain it better. I create them, but I don't know how to call. I don't know what to call them though. I call them the gameplay cinematic edits.
Well, that's a great label for it. I mean, that's exactly what it is. It's my favorite ongoing Star Trek television show. That's the best way for me to describe it, because knowing what you're putting into it and then watching it, because I've played most of the missions. What am I talking about? I've played every mission with at
Sure.
least one of my characters, so I know what's going on in them. But watching those is so much more entertaining than just playing the game, because I get to sit back and watch it, and the added dialogue and just giving more
I add
life to it than
dialogue,
just
I add
text
music,
boxes.
sound effects, really sharp editing. Like
Yeah.
you know, I cut out everything that you don't need. I cut out loading screens and all that stuff.
Yeah, you don't.
The
It
game is
looks
very
like a
immersive,
television
but it
show.
leaves a lot to your imagination. And I try to bring to the screen the stuff that would normally be left to your imagination in the game, if that makes sense. Yeah, Billftastic says I do some pretty creative cinematic edits with Star Trek Online. Thank you for the compliment. I try. I've said it before, but I am really grateful to the fans, my fans that watch my cinematic edits. When I started hearing comments coming in like, "Oh, your episodes are the definitive, they're my headcanon version of Star Trek Online," man, that feels so good.
Yeah, and it should, man. Yeah, I mean, seriously, like I said, just getting the peek behind the curtain at the Wizard just to see what's going on. It's pretty amazing. I mean, I'm a movie guy, and I love watching extras and bonus contents and stuff like that, director's commentary, or whatever I can get a hold of after I've watched it. And that's exactly what it feels like when I'm either helping, what little I'm helping you with a video or your next episode or whatever. I see that magic happening. I mean, even with everything that's already there. I mean, I can see what you're turning it into, and that's what makes a difference. I'm like, I know, like I said, I know it's a television show. Watching what you make, it's as good as watching a show.
Oh man,
There's
that
no
makes me feel
video
so good.
game
Thank
in
you
it
so much.
except the graphics. You know, that's all you're seeing is the graphics of the video game. The cuts are there, the camera angles are great. The back and forth between the different characters. You know, everybody has personalities.
So Crimson says I should stream the original Star Trek game for the NES, and you know I would love to do that, but I don't have an NES anymore, sadly. I do everything on the PlayStation, so I use the Share Factory right there on the PlayStation to do all my editing. So I don't have any way to, and I'm not very tech savvy either. Honestly, it took me a long time to figure out how to do what I do as it is. But I don't know how or have a way to. I guess you need something. I've heard of it. It's something called like a capture card or something, right? It's just basically it's a plug-in that goes between your console and your TV and like captures all the footage while you're playing. Yeah, I don't. I wish. I wish. I would love to be able to do. There's a few games that I have that I would love to be able to do that with, actually.
Is rock with you?
Oh my god, I remember renting that game.
Anyone?
It's kind of difficult. I loved the Next Generation game that they put out on the Genesis, though. That one was fun.
I wasn't a very good gamer when I was a kid. I didn't figure out how to get very far on that original Star Trek game on the NES. If I had played it today, I probably would have figured out a lot more. But even this game we're playing right now, this Prodigy game, I bet you I would have gotten stuck as a kid. I probably wouldn't have even gotten this far.
Come on, Jankum. Don't cry about it.
No one has an NES. Got to use an emulator. You know, some people do. You know, I had one until
I have an
just a
NES.
few years ago. And I know
have a working
our boy
NES.
Greg, he was in the chat earlier. I don't know if Greg's still watching, but I know he still has his. He still has his original gold Zelda cartridge.
Oh, I wish I could find mine. I mean, it was my dad's actually. That was the thing he wanted when we got a Nintendo, you know. But yeah,
Now I do
still have
have
my
a
original
GameCube,
NES.
and I do have the Zelda Collector's Disc on my GameCube that has like the original Zelda, and I think Zelda 2 and Ocarina of Time. Might even have a Link to the Past on there as well. But the Ocarina of Time disc, that's my favorite because it has the Master Quest on there too. And so, yeah.
Dude, that's
I'd
the
love to
only
stream
reason
all
I
that
still
stuff.
have my N64 is Ocarina of Time.
Right on. You have your original Ocarina of Time.
Yes, sir.
I tell you
I have
what, though, you know,
all-
I
have all
the
my
Nintendo
stuff.
64 controller kind of sucks. You know, I didn't think so
Yes.
at the time, but once
Yes.
you know, the GameCube was the best controller the Nintendo ever had, in my opinion.
Doom 64, GoldenEye, wonderful games, but after you put that controller down, pick something else up, and try to go back to it, it's like, what is this junk? What in the world? What am I doing? How did I play these games?
Right. All right, let's see here. Let's try this one first. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I still have all my original consoles, most of my games. A couple of them don't work very well, but it's more to do with the built-in memory for a couple of them. But other than that, yeah, I've got an NES ready to go. I was actually looking at that. We were talking about it. Actually, it was probably one of the videos you made a couple of months back. I actually found that Star Trek: The Next Generation Genesis game, but I couldn't find it
From
anywhere
what I've seen on
reasonable.
YouTube,
Everybody wanted an
that-
arm and a leg for it.
He's talking about that. Crimson's talking about that TNG game in the chat as well. And from what I understand, the Genesis version is pretty much the same. I think I watched a YouTube video about it a while back, and I think it's pretty much the same as the NES version. That game I was actually good at. I could get all the way up to the final level in the NES version where you fight the Borg cube.
Yeah, no, not the same game.
Oh, okay. Hmm. It
The
killed off
Super
one of your
Nintendo and
continents.
Genesis were slightly different games.
Okay, maybe I'm stupid, but what does that mean? One half retro games and 1 out of 2 retro games, 2 out of 2. What is .cc? Some kind of computer thing. Like I said, I'm not very knowledgeable when it comes to tech. You see that in chat, Tiberius?
Yeah, I don't. I can barely operate my cell phone. Come on.
Oh, okay. Says it's a site, but the links in the comments get canceled automatically. I assume that's by YouTube because I don't do that. Sorry about that. There we go. We got a door open. Alright, so what happens if we put... that blocks everything, right? Or that would, because the line's going up and down. We want it to go over here, I believe. Whoops. Oh, cutscene.
Ta-da! You're free.
He says, no, that's okay. I have infinite patience bringing tech knowledge to people. I'm an IT guy. Oh, right on. Man, I bet you get all them. I've read some hilarious stories from the IT guys, you know. So have you ever read those, Tiberius, like on Reddit or whatever, where they're, talking about people call in and say, yeah, my computer's not working, and, you start going through the basic questions, and you find out, oh, there's a power outage in their whole block. None of the power's on, before you got diagnosed the problem. It's always something ridiculous, right?
I didn't mean to, okay?
How would you like it if you were trapped inside of a dark cell for hours with nothing to eat? Not even a scrap. No snacks, no Nutrigood.
So there's a really fantastic episode of Star Trek Prodigy where you learn a little bit. This is Jacob Pog. Jacob, name that my tongue just does not want to say. This character here, he had a whole episode dedicated to him where you learn some of his backstory and why he always refers to himself in the third person like that. Yeah. Not gonna spoil anything, but you gotta check it out. You gotta watch Star Trek Prodigy.
I've got him.
Trophy earned. Guess who's back? And we got Crimson saying there's definitely some doozies, but I have to assume I make the same blunders in areas I am not knowledgeable in. I feel you, man. I got it. I try not to talk about things that I don't know about, and it drives me crazy when I hear people talking about stuff that they clearly don't know what they're talking about. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, who are you trying to fool? I don't know if that really applies to the IT thing, but... Oh, he says, Crimson says, yeah, I'll definitely check out Prodigy. Thanks for the recommend. No problem. I recommend any Star Trek. There's a couple of guys I watch on YouTube called Target Audience, and they're on a journey to watch all of Star Trek, like every piece of media ever made. And they've watched the original series, the animated series, and they're working their way through Next Generation right now. I've really been enjoying their reactions. It's always cool watching new people get into something that you love, Shoot, I let my phaser overheat again. The Lower Decks crossover, I loved that episode. That was one of those things, kind of like the Strange New Worlds musical episode. It's something that you just wouldn't have expected it to, you wouldn't have expected them to do that in a Star Trek episode, and yet they did, and it worked well. I loved the crossover and the musical episode. They were both amazing. Two of my favorite episodes of modern Trek. Okay, we killed a bunch of Watcher robots. Did I go in here yet? Oh, that was where we found, right. So I don't have access to him yet. I still can only use just these two characters, even though we rescued him. So that's weird. Is this force? Oh, this force field's down now, so we can go this way. Okay. Absolutely perfectly executed. I don't know if I read that last line in your comment just now, but yeah, I agree. It was absolutely perfectly executed. It was so good. I especially loved that bit at the very end. You know, when you had the scene of the Enterprise and the Enterprise crew, but in cartoon form. What's in this stuff? Wait, this is the way I came from, isn't it?
At this point, I honestly don't know.
I know, I keep talking and I can only do
Well,
one thing at
that
a
last
time.
puzzle, I kind of got dizzy, and there was so many things going back and forth. I just
Sorry.
I kind of lost track.
Oh, we've been going an hour and a half. Tell you what, next time we get a long cutscene, we'll go ahead and stop. Because I bet you Dawn's getting hungry. Yeah, Crimson,
I'm getting hungry.
Oh, to my eternal shame, I only realized that Strange New Worlds intro music was a Star Trek Online remix by Season 2. Really? Huh. Well, I'm gonna have to listen to that because I didn't make that connection. But I did notice that the first few notes of Lower Decks opening music is kind of similar to the first few notes of the animated series opening music. There's this part where it, right at the beginning, where it goes bum ba 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 ba, and it's almost exactly like that in the animated series. All right, where am I going? This way? We've already been over here, haven't we? I am completely confused now. So this is like
Yeah,
one big area. This room is circular, and it
You'd
goes all
benefit
the
from
way.
a map or something. Would be
Yeah.
nice.
Is there a map?
Time to show you how it's done.
I don't know. I'm kind of lost. Maybe it is a good time to stop. My brain's getting kind of tired. Oh, sorry, not STO, original series. Hold on, let me read that comment again. That the Strange New Worlds music was a remix of original series music. I mean, I don't know if I'd really even call it a remix, but it definitely hits some of the same familiar chords. Is that the right musical term? Chords? Yeah, I think so. All right, I too am getting dizzy and confused with this puzzle. So, yeah. Well, I'm going to set my controller down then, and let's just talk for a couple of more minutes before we wrap it up and shut down the live stream for the night, because you know, dude. Oh, hold on. No, it's Crimson says no. It is 100%, but goes a little slower in full orchestra. Go listen to them side by side. Okay, all right, yeah, I'll do that. I'm I like music. I was late in life developing an appreciation for music, but now that I have, I find certain things about music to be really fascinating. I watch a lot of YouTube videos where people break down certain pieces of music, especially if it's music that I'm familiar with. They'll break it down and talk about its meaning. You know, John Williams, like I tell you what a freaking musical genius he is. I mean, obviously he's written some really great themes. Everybody knows that, but when you have a deeper understanding of the underlying themes of some of his pieces, the way he uses them for the scenes, emotional ties from one scene to another. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's pretty amazing stuff. I'll definitely check out the those two Star Trek themes side by side for sure. Tiberius, what do you think about this game? Should we keep live streaming it again in the future, or?
I'll be honest with you. I think I'm kind of done with it. It looks like an interesting game. It's not really floating my boat. I do want to see more of the story for sure, but the gameplay just at this point seems a little bit repetitive. But I like I said, it's Star Trek. I'm interested in the story. Let's see more story. That's all I care about.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, I don't think I would be. This isn't like okay. That other Star Trek game we played that we didn't ever finish. What was it called? Resurgence. That would make a great gameplay cinematic edit. If I have the time, I'm definitely going to edit that whole game.
Yeah, this feels more like an action game with the Star Trek logo slapped on it, really.
Yeah, this one I'm not sure I would edit this. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't actually. I wouldn't take the time to edit this.
We're not saying it's a bad game. We're not saying it's a bad game. Just
it's just not a game that's well suited for a cinematic edit.
Right. Yeah.
And honestly,
I agree with that.
Honestly, I feel like this is the kind of game that just is best suited to just play. I don't even know if we should live stream any more of this because I don't know how really. It's kind of dizzying to play. Even I can't even imagine watching. Not dizzying, but it is repetitive a bit. The story is. I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of meh for me, honestly. It's not everything that I really hoped it would be.
Right. But I mean, that was kind of the point too. Is like, well, you haven't played it yet, so let's see.
I mean, you know what? That's why we do these, though, because we can check out new games, talk about them, play them for a minute, see what we think. Coming at them from as Star Trek fans, we have the unique perspective too. So, well, I guess that kind of settles it then. Yeah. Maybe next week we'll figure out something else to play. I'll probably keep playing this on my own, offline, but...
Right. Yeah, keep us updated so we know what's going on, because, like I said, the story is interesting. I still want to know about the crystal collections. What are you doing with that? What do you get for that?
Right. Crimson says it's a game that you'd fly through on a Saturday, and yeah, you're exactly right. If I wasn't, trying to manage the stream and talk to people at the same time and can concentrate on it, I'd fly through it, and that's probably what I'll do in a few days. I'll just get bored one night and fly through it. Yeah. So, darn, we'll have to go through my library, Tiberius, because I might have to buy another game or something.
Well, here's a wild idea.
I feel like that would be a good one to live stream.
Here's a wild idea. I mean, I want to see your stuff. I'm not really on here to be the main source of entertainment, but I've got a bunch of games that I haven't really played much of, and we might consider me playing a game and you joining me and we discuss it.
Well, I would love to do that. And we even talked about, if there's a way to do a share play where you take control of my console remotely, and you can do that normally, but you can't live stream that at the same time.
Right.
So I'm not sure how I could join your game on your console and live stream it at the same time.
Well, I mean, if we do it like what you're doing right here, right now, it would probably work just fine. We're just switching sides is all. I don't.
Right, but how do I get the footage on my live stream? You know what I mean? I could watch you on YouTube, and then I could just have myself on camera, but my audience wouldn't be able to see your gameplay footage.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, even if you do a share play, and I'm watching your screen, the PlayStation won't let me hit record. It just won't. It's just blocked when you're watching somebody else's screen. It says you're not allowed to record.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I missed some chats here. Crimson, fly through on a Saturday. I read that. Make sure you stream your reaction to listen to the intro. Oh, listening to the intros. How did I miss this? I don't know. Maybe I'll do. That's not my typical kind of content, but yeah, I'll consider it. I'm a little shy about putting my face on camera. That's why I don't have the camera turned on right now. I mean, I have in the past. It's just not my favorite thing to do. I feel way more relaxed when I'm just chilling and be able to just talk and play the game and not have to worry about, oh, he scratched his nose. Is he picking his nose? Like, I don't know. I overthink it probably. I overthink everything. But he says we got his sub. He subbed, and he'll be back.
Awesome.
Back for more. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Well, I think that's a good time to go ahead and shut her down. Was just joking. Oh, about the reaction video. Okay. Take care. You too, man. Yeah, appreciate it. It's fun talking to you tonight.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us. Sometimes that's our favorite part of this. I mean, we have fun with the games, but having interactions with other people that are interested in this stuff is always a plus. So.
Oh, dude, it's more than a plus. You're absolutely right. That's literally always my favorite part of it, and it doesn't actually happen all that often. I mean, we live stream once every week or every 2 weeks, as often as we can, time allowing, for your schedule. But when people do join in, that is the best. So yeah, we really appreciate you hanging out with us. You were on here for almost the whole time too. It was great. All right, well, I think we should go ahead and shut her down. Yeah?
All right.
Thanks again.
Hit like and subscribe.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
See you, everybody.